The following is an ESG 360 video.
Certainly, the Dell acquisition of EMC raises a lot of questions in the industry, and I'm here with Colin Keegan, ESG's Cloud and Virtualization Analyst, to talk a little bit about what the implications are in the market.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So you're covering the mobility space. I know you and Mark are kind of digging into this, so I don't want to put you on the spot too much, but is there anything that sort of leaps out to you in terms of what? Because mobility clearly is a very strategic area for businesses to continue to develop their cloud capabilities. This is an area that Dell-EMC are going to need to help their customers develop those types of capabilities. And any thoughts in terms of what you think they can do to help transformation with respect to mobility?
Well, I mean, I certainly think that there's some synergies to be realized between the WISE technology that Dell picked up, I think it was in 2011, 2012 timeframe, and VMware and AirWatch. Especially, I think AirWatch is actually one of the hidden gems in this acquisition. I mean, mobility is something that every enterprise is struggling with, in addition to cloud, in addition to security. Right. One of the challenges with this acquisition will be interesting to see it play out, because VMware still kind of stays as a public company, and WISE is still within the private orb that Dell is. So I'm not sure what this means from an investment standpoint, how much Dell is going to be worried about. The reason they went private was so that they could invest strategically rather than looking at the short-term tactical investments to maximize profits. So I think VMware is still going to be under some of that pressure to invest tactically, and AirWatch is under the VMware group. So
that's a good point.
There's certainly technology from VMware that can enhance WISE, and WISE technology that can enhance VMware, and AirWatch kind of can wrapper it all to help companies secure and manage their mobile devices and their laptops a little bit better. On the storage standpoint, I'm going to be interested in watching how they rationalize the portfolio. Certainly, this acquisition, Dell's so strong in the mid-range and low end of the market, and EMC is so strong at the high end of the market. But in that mid-range, there's going to be some overlap. We've got the Dell EcoLogic product that they've been shipping, and we've got the VNX product that EMC's been shipping. So I'm going to be interested to see how they rationalize that portfolio. Their competitors are going to be using the potential for product rationalization as some FUD against EMC in the market, and that's one of the big things that EMC is going to have to make sure they really stay focused during this integration period and don't get distracted by that, and as soon as possible come out with a very clear roadmap for how they're leveraging technologies, bringing technologies together, and ensuring their customers are taken care of.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Storage is interesting. It's been in transition, and there's a lot of stuff that's been going to integrated compute platforms lately.
Right. So, when I look at the converged and hyper-converged market, the acquisitions kind of sort of vaults Dell all of a sudden into leadership space by, through the V-Block, right? But you also have across the VCE portfolio the racks and then the appliances, and then like you said, there's overlap because both are Evo Rail partners, or they have some incarnation of vSAN, right? And I think those are things they can work out. What I think is interesting though is, so V-Block aside, although I'm not diminishing that, is that it gives Dell some very interesting capabilities with respect to the fact that VxRack can take on what they call multiple personalities, not like split brain disorder or anything like that, but you can create an OpenStack profile on VxRack, or you can create a vSAN profile, and I'm sure at some point they'll create an Azure Stack profile. So it gives Dell this really rich portfolio to go to customers and say, we can help you a number of different ways relative to what your hybrid cloud strategy is. If you're a heavy Microsoft user, for example, we can bring in technologies, and they're a Microsoft partner, so they sell the cloud platform system, which is based on their own hardware and their own and the blueprints that Microsoft provides. And then again, they can go in the VxRack side and have this scale out capability that a lot of businesses are looking for next generation applications, cloud native applications and the like. So it gives them sort of this broad and rich portfolio of technologies, and I think puts them in a very strong position relative to both converged and hyper-converged. And typically you're either strong in one or the other, and maybe you're sort of playing in the other, but I think this gives them really the strength in both areas.
Right, a huge portfolio that they can go against the competitors
Correct.
with. Okay,
right. Yeah.
Great, thank you. If you'd like more information on this, please visit the ESG website. We've blogged on just about all of these angles, and you'll find all of our resources there. Thank you for joining us.